そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello, and welcome everyone to D6 Rayosh, and bring together a bunch of friends from across the internet to play on a D&D livestream show. Tonight's one and only sponsor, as always, is our patrons over on Patreon. In case you guys don't know, this entire project, as well as many others, are funded by you, the patrons, the wonderful people who continue to give me money in order to make my silly shows. Anyways, if you guys wish to go ahead and check out the Patreon, there's always a link down below, and also you're more than welcome to try and adhere to some of the rewards that I possibly give out. This also includes physical merch. We have stickers, we have t-shirts, and if you want to go and grab those, they are exclusively only on the Patreon right now, as well as some other fun stuff. Not D6 stuff, not just yet, at least not that I think. Anyways, if you guys want to become a patron, always links down below. And as always, thank you guys so very much. I guess everyone awaken.
Good evening.
Quickest sponsor run I've done this entire series. I don't have any announcements. I guess I only have one. I posted a video on Monday. Hey, you listen here, your opinion. It was a Persona 5 video. If you guys want to go and check that out, please, by all means. A new one will be out tomorrow, hopefully, in time. And I'm currently streaming Persona 5 Royal, and if you guys are interested in that and my little fits of passion, or rage, if you like to call it anything other, please, by all means, do check out the streams, do check out the videos. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's all I got. That's legitimately all I have. I ain't got nothing else to announce. There was one on my mind, but I couldn't, I don't think I'm allowed to, at least not yet. Alright, so around the table, as we usually go, things are slightly odd. Oh, that's right. I'll fix that when I get to it. Boo! How you know?
Hey there! I have good news for you, Yarrow, because I have nothing to announce either.
Hey!
I'll try and stream more next week, but I'm still trying to take it easy. So, all right then, on to the next.
Bracky, because the pictures are out of order. My bad.
Okay. Hi. Sorry. I'm Bracky, aka Brachyzoid. I play River, the Halfling Fighter. As for announcements on my end, not that many, other than I'm going to be doing more art streams regarding practice, because I feel like I'm being left behind, so I need to keep trying to improve. So if you feel like watching someone doodle a bunch of gesture drawings and nothing that impressive and just to draw along, feel free to find me at twitch.tv/Brachyzoid. I'll be doing some artwork. And in 5 days, the 24th, the Predator Hunting Grounds game is coming out, so expect a lot of some Predator gameplay. It's going to be a lot of fun streaming that game. I hope the game doesn't disappoint. The Predator franchise doesn't have that good reputation after a while, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Regarding anything else, will be artwork. If you have anything you want to share regarding the campaign, either a comment or fan art, anything you made for it, you can do so by posting on Twitter using the hashtag D6DR and tagging us on it. You can find our Twitter names, Twitter handles down below our characters' names.
Hey. Awesome. All right. Caitlin, how you know?
Hello. I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are currently closed, but they should be opening fairly soon. So if you want any commissions, go on my Twitch, or rather go on my Twitter to find all of the information there. And then if you want me to, or if you want to watch me draw said commissions, find me on my Twitch. And that's it.
All right. Mal, how you know?
I'm doing all right, but don't really have anything to announce besides I stream a variety of games over on my Twitch at Sir_Mallerbeck. And normally I just play whatever I can wrangle my friends into playing with me. Or whatever mood fancies me at the time.
Alrighty.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. Zito, how about you? How you know?
Find me over at twitch.tv/Zito. You find me on CZ Backlash on Twitter and the Ever Ingot Almanac on Patreon. As for homebrew stuff, I'm still in a waiting pattern, but once that waiting pattern is over, we should have basically playable Gators and playable Spider people ready to go for you on DM's Guild soon enough. Stream-wise, I think the final episode of Half-Life 2 VR just came out, but I'm going to wait till Monday to show that off, and then Marbles on stream. And I also, it's been 15 years since I worked with sprite art, but apparently I was encouraged by a lot of people who watched my mod stream of Rivals of Aether say, maybe you should try it. So I did, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's like reawakening a fucking ability you get when a fucking character in an RPG like gets their special MacGuffin. So I guess that'll be happening sometime next week.
Hey. Alright.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with it, man.
And last but not least, hopefully our guest for the last time tonight, unfortunately, Connor.
No, did you get dry?
Oh no, wait! I didn't get.
It's me.
God damn it! I'm still thinking like last week.
I know,
All right.
I know. It's been a while.
It's okay.
It's been a while.
God, I'm not gonna get in the swing of it for a while. I'm very sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's all new to me as well. Well, hi everyone. I was in a desert, but I'm back, ready to play. I think.
Oi, man! Why we're in the Bendigo?
I grew a beard, so now Franz is truly Franz. And yeah. As for announcements, I have nothing yet, but next session, I will. I'll have a lot of things to announce.
Hey,
God damn.
hold you to it.
Yep. All right, but that's all for me.
All right. Thank you, Terrence. As always, I apologize. And of course, last but not least, Connor.
Hey, it's me.
You.
I'm Distortion Devil on both Twitter and Twitch. You can find me streaming on twitch.tv/Distortion Devil Tuesdays and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I do a lot of different stuff. I play through the entirety of Devil May Cry. I'm on DNC 5 right now. Going through a lot of stuff, and I also am a part of a lot of D&D campaigns as well. Wednesdays and Sundays on the Unexpectables, twitch.tv/The Unexpectables specifically. You can find me playing as Panic Grimtongue and Vero Tanis in the Prince Division.
Ooh. Nice. All right. I think that's everyone, yeah?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
I believe so.
All right.
Wait, no, you skipped over the most important character, Scrimmy Bingus. How are you doing, Scrimmy Bingus?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Thank you very much.
I was looking for the crunchy spring, yes.
Lord.
Zito?
What is that hell spawn, and how do I run from it?
Yeah,
Alright,
it's Screaming Mangus.
Thank
Have you never
Zito.
noticed him before?
let's start the session. I am traumatized.
your heart all along.
I want to go back to the desert.
Alright.
I miss it already.
Thank you, Screaming Mangus, for being with us all along.
Thank you, Screamy Bingus.
All right, now get lost, Scrimmy Bingus.
All right. That's where we last left off. I need a breath. Where we last left off. So, as our adventurers finally escaped, or found themselves finally outside of the Feywild, a couple of weeks have passed. Went through the breaking trial at the Temple of Cord, found themselves an ally of Sirocco, and then briefly in Hollingrad before returning to the Alanon countryside after a vision that River had involving her hometown, which was burnt and destroyed, and many lives lost after chasing down these perpetrators, which seem to be Zehir's greatest entourage, after a fall from Lionel, and everyone, including Canis, managed to all escape with the help of a sorcerer named Zanlis, who had been under Athelios' control until he finally found himself a moment to set himself free from Athelios' control, after which they had a brief conversation, and then managing to find the refugees and get everyone out of Rite and into the slightly frustrated arms of the Church of Bahamut within Arario. After which, everyone finally found a bit of space to do what they need to do, and spent the past week regaining themselves, and Lionel being healed after the effects of the lightning damage and what that does after death. So, that being said, quickly for Garu, you won 2 of your 3 fights this past week. You managed to garner about 300 gold pieces, 150 each. And then that's pretty much what your winnings are this time. They were pretty small fights, but hey, money's money.
Yeah, I'm the breadwinner of the group.
All right.
You go on thinking that.
At least I have a job.
Ouch.
I mean,
I do
you could see
too.
now.
Yeah. All right.
The man just became the fucking Pope.
I think I'm
That's
a
not a
cardinal
job. That's a
technically.
position.
I think I'm a cardinal technically.
Yeah, you kind of, yes.
I'm also Jesus, I think.
I think
Who is this Jesus you talking about?
this would have fit relatively well last week, as it was Easter. Okay. So
I died for you to get chocolate-covered eggs in Animal Crossing.
so you are
Let my people go.
so as it is right now, Canis, your promotion, you are the Sergeant Major of the Oath Order, which there are 2 split orders within the church in every single major city. I think I said this last week.
Yeah.
While the Sergeant Major Blade was the one that promoted you to Oath. There is no other, there was apparently no other major oath. Either they had retired, moved on, or simply there never was one.
The position had been empty, so I took it.
Or
As-
just made
as-
up.
Or
As
just made up.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like the way you described it, I'm just like, all right. So, what if 2 things happened? He was promoted, or they gave him a new title.
Well,
God, good old
in light
nepotism.
of the situation and their lack of knowledge, that whole series of knowledge, it calls for a promotion.
No, fair. I was making a joke.
Yeah, fair enough.
You call it nepotism. My dad is the one they're worshipping.
Yeah, right.
As long as you're the only one nepotizing.
It's like the ultimate form of nepotism.
It's the only way to climb the corporate ladder.
Daddy
Yeah, be
said.
Jesus.
All right.
We gotta laugh, Yarrow. We gotta laugh.
I know.
We need to.
And Daddy said I can have the Oath Sergeant position.
No, you can't have the oath. My father said so.
Okay. So, as I was made aware, everyone has a task for these next 5 days. I said at the beginning of this week we were gonna do Helena first, as that was sort of a method of importance.
All right. Well, at some point, she's going to sit down with Isaac, and she's going to start picking his brain
Okay.
about a few things.
As you two finally sit down in the once again glorious house of the Metilius estate. Eleanor is a little curious as to mechanical creature in her home, but she does not mind.
Yep. It's a long story.
He's
harmless,
gathered.
I can assure you.
I'll take your word for it.
Indeed.
And as you sit across, from the table, you see him kind of fidget with his mechanical digits.
Well, Isaac, we're overdue for a little bit of a talk, and since it seems we've got some quiet time on our hands, I've got some questions for you now.
Sure. I would not mind that.
Alright. Well. Helena's gonna slide out a map towards him.
Alright.
So, do you remember where your home was?
He's kind of looking around the map. Geography has definitely changed. It would have sat between somewhere to the far south of the Bordean Sea and Excelsium. It would have been at least dead center, but something has dramatically changed. Some of the countries have definitely moved. Excelsium used to be smaller.
Huh.
It was a very small island, I guess, continent at that point, but it's definitely widened in its growth, and the same thing for a lot of these countries. Probably the water level has lowered.
Interesting. You've been saying that your last name is Lumeria. And as far as we can tell, that's been the king's last name as well? We all share that name.
Yes, it's something we take with pride. Our first name is our given name, but our middle name is actually our family name. Our last name is the name that we claim with the pride of our nation. So we're all Lumeria, but we are different Lumerians, if one would call it that.
Can you tell me more about the king? Do you have family? Anything like that?
I mean, there was my wife, my daughter, and my son, and my oldest brother, who actually became a captain for the Royal Guard at some point. I don't know where he is now, but the king was, as far as I ever remembered, was a kind man. Stern, but always had a longing ideal and cared for us so deeply. At one point, he truly loved the gods.
What god did he worship? Or did he worship all of them?
He seemed to give praise to all of them, aside from, of course, the betrayers. He never sought darkness as the means to gain power for our nation. He just always thought that the gods had a position in this world, and then I suppose he saw that every piece of them had a force of nature that was necessary to the world.
As Helena's kind of listening, can I try to remember what the one guy's face looked like, and can I try to paint him?
Sure.
The bad dude that we met before?
Make a... I guess this is a performance check. This is coming from memory. So it would definitely be, a version that is skilled in memory.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. That's a 4.
That's a 4. Even with your pristine skills and your excellent dexterity, it seems like you've gotten plenty of the proportions off. It happens, as I'd imagine from an actual artist.
Yeah.
For every 100 drawings, only 99 of them are going to be bad, and that one's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 10 minutes later, you're gonna hate it and want it on fire.
Yep.
This is definitely
Thus
that
is the
one.
deal of the pact.
The pact has been sealed.
He looks a little confused as to what this thing that you've presented him with. I have no idea who that is.
Helena crumples it up and tosses it over her shoulder. Neither do I. Anyway. Idle doodling.
I have
Anything
actually.
else you can remember?
Well, I actually have a question for you.
All right.
Someone said at some point that there was a Lumerian below the castle.
Yes.
Do you think I can see him?
Well, it's something that I hope to do at some point, and I have the permission to do it, so... Should we get to that point, yes, I'm sure I can bring you along. I don't see why not.
I was wondering if we can do it soon.
We can see. How soon are you hoping?
Any time that you might still be here before you have to leave.
I think we can do that. We'll need to wait for Lionel, though. He needs to recover.
Alright. Alright. And, as far as him trying to remember anything else, only little bits and pieces, but not enough information for you to glean off of. More information about what he was in, to the best of his memory, was, once again, this kind of pod-like, enclosure. It was nothing liquid, but mostly energy-based, and that's pretty much what you get off of it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, try to continue to help you as best as we can, but unfortunately there's a lot of things that are kind of getting in the way, but try to see what we can do.
Okay. Alright. And that will, conclude your meeting today with Isaac.
Yeah.
Alright. Canis. What was your plan for these next 5 days?
What his next plan was to get in contact with the, I think it's Twilight Eye?
The Eclipse Eye.
Eclipse Eye, right. He wanted to get in contact with them, that way he could have spies looking for more on this cult of Zehir.
There is one way of, as per interaction, when it comes to the Eclipse Eye, and that is knowing their insignia and where the doors are. If you wish to have a meeting with anybody from the Eclipse Eye, you have to go to the Eclipse Eye.
So I guess his time is going to be spent looking for them.
Oh no, you know where to find
And
them.
if need be, bribing people.
Oh no, you know where to find them. That depends on who you want to interact with.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we've been there before in this town, so...
I thought we've only been to... We've only talked with them directly in Krog.
No, you talked to them in
because-
Krog, and then you also met their leader Hassan back in learning more about Zehir, as they had informed you that this cult is a cult of Zehir.
Yeah. We
And-
talked to them because Helena wanted to know where her
Right.
teacher was.
So if you wish to strike a deal with anybody, you know, it's totally up to you. As you are aware, Hassan gave off the same kind of presence as yourself, if you remember.
Right. So if he's willing to meet up with Canis, he'll be heading out there.
Alright. As you do find yourself well within the same door that you had entered back when you were within Noxla, which is the southern residential area of Orario. As you enter what is the underground network, the careful eyes of the many rogues in keeping your pockets closed. You do manage to meet one individual who, after you informed looking for their leader, are granted a minor audience with him. As he is a very busy man. You enter this one room, once again, it deeply entrenched in smoke, and the billows that come out from every blow within his shisha. Smell of bright orange and a certain other citrus that you just can't name. As you see this hooded figure who is just laying on his side, a breath. His glowing greenish eyes as it begins to pierce past the darkened hood. Once again, Metilius, an honor.
Long time no see, Hassan.
As I have been informed that you are looking to strike a deal.
That I am. Less of a one-time information and more constant reconnaissance, if you would.
You're asking me to use my eyes from all across the world in order to benefit you. Such a request comes at a great cost.
I'm well aware of that. But frankly, with what I'm dealing with, I need it. From what I've gathered, they're going.
He begins to move upright. He looks at the two guards standing beside the door and he waves his hand. So they leave the room and he lowers his hood. You see what is like long greenish and silver hair as it begins to flow and then braid down. His eyes are almost golden, with that greenish hue just only around the iris. It seems to just follow you. Around his neck, you notice one thing that seems to catch your eye, something that's ever so faint. What looks like 3 waving lines that are connected on a single piece of gold around his necklace. What is it that you would be willing to offer me? Should you demand my assistance?
Based on that, I don't think you're looking for just money from me.
The power of the Metilius name is an ever so necessary one. A word from you is like a word from God itself. I'd be willing to ask for a favor if you're willing to give me one. A favor for a favor.
Seems fair.
I've always been one to try my luck. And just my luck. At what command do you wish for me to give my men?
Well, from what knowledge I have, there's been a cult of Zehir operating out of Lobandal. Several UNT that I've met.
So I've heard.
I need as much information as I can about them. And more importantly, evidence that I can use as proof in order to have an inquisition of sorts against them.
My. That is quite a word. I've always wondered what happened in Lobandal. I even tried to convince several individuals to go there myself. Each one always coming back with the same exact words as before. Can you guess what it is?
Everything is all right.
Perfect and fine. Those exact words. Every single time I've sent somebody there, they come back saying, perfect and fine. I can't imagine a place like that so disgustingly peaceful, because no such thing exists. I will send as many as I can and gather as much information. My eyes and ears are always open to you, Canis. And when I do come to call for that favor, you will fulfill it.
I'm a man of my word.
He extends his hand out.
Canis will shake it.
As you shake, you feel as if like a striking connection across the annals of the universe, and it rings back to you. I know you are. Give me some time. I'll message you in your mind if I so have to.
Thank you for your cooperation.
And thank you for your word. And therefore, you leave the place without a single echo. As many begin to no longer stare at you so vehemently, it feels like this deal, as it speaks across all within the eye, you are to remain untouched, as there is a deal to be fulfilled at a later date. Alright. So.
That little halfling shit better appreciate this.
Alright. So, that's it's Canis, it's Helena, that's Garu. Lionel. I would say at the end of this time, at the end of the week, you have received several greater restorations. You no longer feel sluggish, and you're no longer in physical pain. However, during this time in the past 5 days, you've constantly heard the whispers of the one that constantly meets you in your dreams. You are often told to go to the Mesa. And in one vision, and at one point, you see that boar creature that was once in your dreams. It almost stares longingly, awaiting for your arrival.
What a bad time for that creature to be waiting on Lionel, because he has some choice words. Not very nice ones either. He's kind of fed up. Are you going to allow me to speak it in this, or has this passed already?
It has passed.
Okay.
However, you are given one more image, a very clear one. It is a almost makeshift home, slightly reminiscent to Yimnan architecture. It's a nice home.
All right. So am I like relaying this to the doctors I'm talking to, or am I like relaying this to a certain person?
You can keep this to yourself.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it to myself and just give it to everyone else when the time comes. So Lionel's just gonna be fucking bitter and curmudgeonly while he's just waiting out his fucking recovery.
All right. Your recovery is successful, as the week does come to a close. At that point, this being the end of the week, Franz, during this week, what have you been up to?
Well, it would seem that Franz was taking care of the nature problem. So I'm assuming he's trying. Is he already back with this party, or
Yeah.
is he like? Okay.
Yeah, you've been taking care of Isaac as he's not one to go into battle.
Okay. I want to be where his name is Sirocco?
Sirocco.
Sirocco.
Yeah.
Is it all right if I'm hanging around with him? Because I feel like Franz wants to know more about him.
Sure. Sirocco, you've spent the past week with Franz. What have you been up to?
Well, Sirocco himself has been trying to insert himself into the local merchant scene, just to try and get sort of some funds going, or maybe trade in some different magical items. But I think he could work some time in for hanging out with Franz.
Okay.
I want the first thing to be out of Franz's mouth to Sirocco is, how did you get your beard so luxurious? I can't seem to keep mine tame. And I've tried, I tried using leaves, but that doesn't really comb through all the knots and naps and things. How do you keep yours so lush and beautiful?
Well, my friend, I think it might just be the bog air where I was born and raised that made my hair so thick and gnarly and greasy and shiny.
Amazing. Where do I find this oil, grease stuff?
Well, he strokes his beard for a moment. It's not quite what he meant, but he has an idea now, and he strokes his beard.
Tell you what, the next time I am in Holygrad, I will see about bringing you some for a friend discount.
He literally puts both his hands on his shoulder and goes, I will pay you any amount for that sweet, sweet vial.
I will hold you to that.
You just see him with a really big smile to where it actually parts from his beard and you can see his teeth.
I just sort of pat him on the side of the head. We have a deal then, my friend.
Best friend. Best day. Best day.
So, Sirocco, your week in trying to sell magical items has constantly been a bit of an issue. There is a huge market out there, especially within the metropolis of Aurario, being here for the first time. You do manage to sell off the Staff of the Adder, as it came across some relatively good money. So, so go ahead and mark that. As for trying to find other magical items, there's nothing that has come across to you that anybody would be willing to part for right now. Nor is it... It's just also out of your price range at the current moment. As you're trying to
How much gold do they get for that Staff of the Adder?
How much is it worth again? How much were you selling it for?
That's right, those are my notes.
Yeah.
Let's see. SIROCCO. The Staff of the Adder is worth 2,000 gold.
Alright, there you go.
Ooh.
More bugs to enlarge. Alright. And that has been
Fantastic.
That has been your week. You sold the Staff of the Adder. Try to understand the market. It takes a bit of time. There's just nothing that you could immediately buy, but you made a good chunk of money today. River.
This is good.
Yes. Yes.
As I am aware, your plan has been to stay within the vault. Social distance, if you will.
I'm pretty much living with my parents in Canis' vault.
So...
I have added 30 halflings to the family horde.
It's just my mom and my dad.
They are living off communion bread.
But I'm living in the basement. So is my mom and dad of my rich friend.
Do they even want to? Did River just kidnap her parents?
I don't think they can oppose me.
And said, get in there.
I'm using these hands, Helena.
That one halfling sawing up the gun. Watch out!
What is a D1?
What?
Sorry, I thought that out loud.
What's a D1? Okay.
Right.
A D1 is just a 1.
A 1? What do you mean to run a D1?
It's either a 1 or a 0.
I thought that out loud. I didn't think I'd say it.
No, if you want to roll a die that's just one side, it's called a sphere.
A ball.
Spherical.
Just roll a ball. There you go.
I saw my D4. I saw my D4. It landed on 1, and I'm all like, "What's a D1?" I'm sorry.
Basically,
I feel like an idiot.
We'll try her best to get her family in the vault. Yeah, I made them some bets, and whatever it was necessary, I'll pay if it's necessary.
It's underground. You know, you guys have kind of just been kicking it for the past week, and you, of course, have kind of just been, you know, rocky.
Basically, she's been, I don't know, mechanically what those quote-unquote training does. Because I always do that every time we get the chance, but it's never anything mechanical, so I don't know.
I mean, they're training dummies.
That's what she would do, so I don't know.
Alright.
Like, I was thinking, man, maybe I can do the fight to get some money. Nah, that's not what she would be doing right now.
Do you want to train with me?
River doesn't want money?
I want my family to remain alive.
So, that being your guys' week, everyone is fully recovered. Everyone is back on track. What are you guys doing?
Well, at some point, whenever the group is together, she's going to bring out the letter that her teacher gave her. And she goes, so, I have a proposition before we really begin to head out and about. Isaac wanted to see the Lumerian, and frankly, I've been holding on to this for a while. And I'm a little bit curious about it myself.
So, do we have to go back to the Feywild?
No. It's within this kingdom, right, Yarrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here, so.
Well, where exactly do we go to do that?
That's right under the kingdom, last I knew. As far as I was aware. Going to assume none of you are opposed, unless anybody else has anything they particularly want to do.
Well,
The Starbound book is put right into her stomach.
Yes?
our primary concern should be waking that up.
Do it yourself. Lionel just stands to the side.
Helena places the book to the side. She kneels down. I'm sorry about what happened.
You don't have to apologize. I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I am asking you to keep everything that has to do with this inane bullshit with a god staring at us from the sky and a snake cult hounding me down out of my life.
Well, genuinely,
And the
I wish
first
I-
step to that is to rip away the thing that they're after. So, if you find it so important, I no longer do. You hold on to it. I want nothing more with this. I will accompany you as far as I can muster and handle. Seeing this Lumerian will I can at least guide you a little bit as friends. But beyond that, I'm done.
Helena places the book in her bag. And then what's your plan after that?
Anything that doesn't have to do with snake gods. But that is not here nor there. That is much further down the road when this is all over with. You have my aid for as much as that will grant you. But there will be a time where my entire patience with this is over. As friends, I at least give you that much.
Well, it's certainly appreciated. Unfortunately, Lyle, I don't think you'll be as free of it as you really want to be. Not yet. But I do appreciate what you'll give anyway.
Lionel just grabs her hand and looks at her very seriously. I don't care. At least I know I can try.
Helena squeezes back and looks. She kind of kneels down, still gripping his hand. I'll take that.
He just lets go of her hand and folds his arms and looks at everyone else. Well, I follow you then, for at least a little bit now.
Oof.
River's just looking down to, just looking away from the group. Doesn't really have much to say about it.
Sirocco is poker facing really hard.
I
I walked into a very strange thing 2 days ago.
This is more than I bargained for.
I don't blame you.
It's quite a scene.
I want Franz to turn to Sirocco and just be like, you get used to it.
All right. So, you guys are heading down.
Yep. I'll gather Isaac too.
All right. Isaac, this time proportionally covered by what could only be described as a toga. It's the only thing that fits him. As you all head deep within Crestpusk, within the capital kingdom of Aurario, as you guys walk up, you present your letter to the guards, to which they kind of all hold, say, a moment, if you will.
Of course.
After about 15 or 20 minutes have passed, you see what looks like to be a halfling man as he begins to approach. He looks relatively interesting as he has what looks like to be wider spectacles than what is the forefront of his face. Looks like to be frizzled hair and seems to be cleanish doctor clothes, as it seems to be well fitted to him, as well as what looks like to be the badge of none other than one of the 4 generals of Alanon. This here is known as Toby Trixton.
Toby Trixton.
Yep. See,
That's an interesting name.
begins to look at all of you. So, who, you brought the letter? You? Yes, you? You?
Helena whips it out, hands it over to him.
Oh, very good. Huh. Oh. That is an interesting request. Not many people actually go down to see this, very interesting man. So he pockets it. Please, by all means, come with me. I'll tell you a lot about my own personal research along with anything that I've been able to find about the Lumerians. They've kind of just been oddly misplaced in history, and as much as history is able to tell us, they were here and then they weren't. And as you guys travel deep and well within the kingdom, about after the second basement floor, you guys enter with what looks like to be a private elevation shaft, as it takes you guys down way below. Somewhere around what seems almost like 20 to 30 feet, or 20 to 30 floors. And as you guys finally hit the bottom, you see with what looks like to be not low lit, but well lit corridors. And this is where we keep a lot of very rare situations within the kingdom, either between monsters. As he taps on one of the doors, you hear a large clang. Don't open that one. But the Lumerian is down this way and begins to lead you all, and he opens the door with what looks like to be a nearly almost frozen room. The entirety of this, the temperature within this room just drops below 0 as soon as you enter it.
Helena pulls her cloak tighter around her. She'll walk in.
As all of you begin to walk in and begin to kind of feel the ice encumber you, you see in the center of the room, with what looks like to be on a stone table, a creature encased in clear but almost clawing black ice along the side of its encasement, with what looks like to be a man who just perfect square jaw, short, well-kept blonde hair. The eyes that are barely open, you can see, are piercing red. And with what looks like to be upon this battle armament, a single star with what looks like to be the insignia that was the Lumerians. And this is it.
Well, what do you think, Isaac? Do you know him?
Begins to look over. Actually, I do. That's my brother. Looks
Aw,
at all of
damn.
you.
Your brother?
Helena, I told you, became the captain of the Royal Guard. This is him. I just don't know how he got here.
Well, doing a little bit of investigating, and it sounds like things point to Dragon's Ice.
You hear Toby begin to kind of scribble something down.
What else been done to try to free him? I assume you lot have.
I mean, several different things. I mean, the only thing short that we've done is, used dragon fire, I guess. It's not exactly, feasible. Red dragons aren't, just around.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if Dragon's Breath, the spell, can equate to such a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a... Nope, Lionel's way too preoccupied with being a grump ass right now, because I just rolled a 5 plus 7, so...
Unfortunately, even with that roll, you kind of gather that it's probably been attempted. Even Dragonborns might have been dragged down here to try. Seems the only feasible option, at least to you in your mind, might be possibly the fundamentium of a red dragon.
So either we convince a red dragon to come down here and do something about this, which is highly unlikely and suicidal, but the other option is killing it and use its fundamentium.
Aren't there
Slightly less unlikely.
Aren't there metallic dragons with fire?
I would assume so. After all, we do know a silver dragon who can breathe ice. I imagine that there would have to be one that would breathe fire.
Exactly.
That would not be inclined to cook us.
Lionel turns and looks to Garu. Are there any metallics of your kind that can do that?
I don't know.
Would Canis
I
know?
mean,
Canis what?
Would Canis know whether or not there's metallics that can breathe fire?
There are two. This is just some baseline knowledge. There are gold dragons, and there are, I believe, brass dragons. Either it's brass or it's copper, but I think copper is the one that does lightning.
I can double check for you.
Yeah. I know that golds can. It's a matter of finding one. And we stumble upon a silver by chance.
Yeah, golds, coppers have acid breath, actually.
Oh.
And brass have I don't know if this is true or not, but it's a cone of sleeping gas.
But I don't think
Fire.
Oh, it's fire? Okay, so gold and
fire,
brass
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Well, the breasts.
Bronze was electricity.
Ah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Bronze
Metallics
brass,
are the
and
weird
copper
ones.
and fucking thing.
yeah,
Metallics are the
weird.
weird ones.
But those are the more friendly ones, yes? Are they?
They're
Yes.
more inclined to not kill
Yes.
you.
Okay.
that's not
They
friendly.
will actually listen to reason.
Oh, well, there we go. All we just have to do is find one wherever that is.
Yes, and that's like searching for a unicorn, like Franz is doing.
Not exactly impossible, but just short of it.
We can
You are
counter a
looking
silver
for a
dragon.
unicorn?
It's a long story.
He's He's been looking for one.
I will find that unicorn. I will lick its horn, and I will free this land.
All right, Captain
I
Ahab.
believe in you.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Your plan is to lick its horn?
If I lick the horn, I get the power to fix the earth.
I
I will fix this land.
Franz, I don't think that's how they work.
Don't you question
I do not
my
think that it does
I
not
don't
make
know
sense to
much-
me, but crazier things have happened.
Franz is becoming a Captain Planet villain.
I will
Wow,
Franz is turning-
that's amazing, Barrett Wallace.
Well, any
I didn't know
which
this was planned until now.
any which way, you're spend as much time on this this situation as possible. I mean, it's not like I haven't.
Why are his eyes red? You said they were glowing red, right?
That is a natural trait of some of the well-known Lumerians. Sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're red, but those are the only two major traits of eye color that is kind of just well known.
Where
Is it a
was he
thing I
found?
Well, he was found in one of the ancient towers of Nox, way south in Aladon. That's kind of where, not really wanting to say exactly what it's for, but he fought with one of Tiamat's greatest followers and found himself on the business end of being frozen.
Ooh.
Tiamat's the bad one, right?
yes,
Yes.
Oh yes.
the opposite of my father.
So he said he was fighting with Tiamat's followers, or the opposite.
He was fighting
he
fighting against a Tiamat follower.
Ah, okay.
One of Tiamat's greatest followers, you said. Does this follower have a name?
As far as records have been able to show, name is kind of lost to time.
Now wait a minute. Wait. Isn't
Oh, it's primordial.
isn't Tiamat Bahamut's sister or something?
It's
Is
complicated.
Tiamat your aunt?
It's complicated, but
Are we gonna have to fight your cousin?
Oh no.
Oh, the
All
Lord
dragons are
begins.
strange.
You have an interesting
Complicated
family
how,
tree.
Canis.
I mean,
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't there remains of? Wasn't she killed? I'm confused.
as far as you know, the place in where Tiamat was rebound and chained back into the Nine Hells, where she had escaped initially back 100 years ago, there is a scarred piece of land where, as you guys are aware, there is a fragment of primeval there known as the Everlight. It rests there now where the scarred lands is. Somebody make a history check, actually, on that
Oh
spot.
boy, here I go, rolling history.
yeah.
Whee! Wow, nat 20.
Hey!
27.
Right.
Lionel, as far from a lot of your readings, there have been occasions down near this mesa and in the heart of this land. You are aware that there are sometimes some dragons that go to make its home there. Some to chase away chromatic dragons, sometimes to make home there and leave behind what looks like to be a horde, or in the name of their mother, would be, where they would make their final stand there.
Sounds like an ancestral battleground then.
Wait, who makes their home there? Chromatics or metallics?
chromatics. This is because it's known as the holy ground of where their mother had been chained.
It's
and
just that
bound.
you said chasing away chromatics, so that confused me.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a
metallics
minute,
go
so-
there to chase them away, so that way they don't. You know,
Okay.
that way they don't fuck with the ecosystem.
So this might be your chance to actually get in touch with a metallic dragon, since they try to chase the chromatics out all the time.
Not to mention we might get another one of the primeval things.
That is true, but that's risky. Because if they make their home there, we might be fighting a dragon.
Not
Well, we still have
necessarily.
those little
If it's-
pebbles.
Not necessarily. If it's chromatic, then at that juncture, you'd just be negotiating with one.
You mean metallic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully negotiating with a metallic and, I guess, hiding from a chromatic.
I'm getting used to that.
Well, we did deal with a chromatic before.
Oh yeah, you also went down in one hit.
Hmm.
Sorry, Sorry. Been
Bad
so
luck
weak.
with lightning.
If nothing else, you all have a heading at this point.
Lionel looks at him. I
Okay,
take
here's the
you.
thing.
Looks at who?
Why are we doing this then?
We need the items. Or
We need the
else-
items, yes, but what do we learn from this Lumerian here?
So I looked over to Isaac. What do we gain from releasing your brother out of this? As cold as that sounds, this needs to be worth our while at this point.
Dangerous trip.
I mean, well, for one, you would kind of have him. He's intelligent, fast, powerful. He might know a lot more than I could at this point. My head is fractured, but he might
We
still
could at
be
least-
whole.
We couldn't enlist the help of a Lumerian against a Lumerian.
He fought against Tiamat. That's no small feat.
He may know how to make you whole again.
Possible.
He might even know how to awaken these fragments by any chance.
They are supposedly quite savvy with technology, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, best case scenario, we can hit two rocks in one stone. Two birds with one stone. So
Our best case is hoping he has
Case scenario,
something
we
for
have a
us.
new ally.
It is true.
A new wellspring of knowledge and technological might be very well for you guys.
good question. What color were the Lumerian in quotations king eye color were?
Red.
Isaac's, what colors are they?
As you remember, Isaac, his were also red.
Oh shit.
Said that was a common trait, though, so...
Yeah, but that's coming from someone who's studying them. What about someone who is? Isaac, what do you know about the eye coloration, your, Lumerian people?
As far as we always knew, the red in our eyes was representative of fire and passion to our people. The blue, however, was always considered, ironically enough, logic and advancement. While we work very much in unison, a lot of those who had red eyes were considered leaders, and those who were extremely intelligent in combat and various other forms of using weaponry, while the ones with blue eyes were far more intelligent, far more savvy with our technology, and be willing to develop it and use magic and even create certain magics that were not even possible at the time.
Sorry, I just got a little paranoid. I need to check on that kind of stuff.
There was no separation at all, no discrimination, if that's what you're thinking.
I mean, in alignments.
Oh, no.
I want to go with the whole, hey, we free your brother. Haha, I was asleep for 1,000 years. I'm not going to destroy the world. I don't know.
I would hope not.
She wants to know whether or not your brother might go crazy.
You have no idea how lucky we are with that kind of stuff.
Knowing his mind, probably a steel trap.
Of craziness?
Of pure stoicness.
So crazy, yes?
No.
No, that means
No, not
he has a sound mind. It just needs to be reawakened.
Well, I'm all up to get a Lumerian companion to take care of Lumerian threat. Not to mention we can get the item. And we can befriend another dragon.
If we
that's
do
fair.
manage to free him, I suggest not bringing up the Lumerian king.
No.
Well, what do we tell him then?
Well, I suppose we have plenty of time to figure that out.
We do. It's not like we're going to be able to free him this second.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
7 months.
We still have teleportation beads.
As
We do.
as you guys know, the only way to get onto the Mesa would either be airship or teleportation. And
How much?
for an airship, the cost of it is about 300 gold pieces for each of you because you're traveling halfway around the world for it.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Okay.
It's only.
Wait, what about teleportation?
I'd rather that be a last-ditch effort. That's a. Well, I say me. I mean you guys. That is a last-ditch effort. I put the beads in. I put the rocks in River's hands for you.
No, I mean, like, is there a teleportation service or I don't know, something like that?
No, you guys have teleportation beads.
Yeah, but isn't the Mesa in the middle of nowhere and none of us have been there before?
Yeah.
Only one of you have seen an image of the Mesa.
Holy shit! What?
Right, Dara had a dream sequence about that. How reliable is a dream, though?
Lionel, as
Yeah.
far as you remember, you've always seen the images of that Mesa in your dreams. Often in connection with this girl.
Lionel just fucking looks straight and goes, fucking makes the catatonic face. Oh, fuck you, Destiny. God damn it, I hate this. I know where the Mesa is.
That's great!
No, it's
Helena.
not. I don't want to go.
Helena. Helena pitches the bridge of her nose.
This is sounding necessary, yes?
We can always take a ship there.
I can work in the pits again if that's what's needed.
You are fighting in Pete's?
Yes! I'm
I think
actually
I have more than
sponsored.
enough for that.
That's true, you did get a raise.
I have more than enough to pay our fare for it. The problem is, how long would that take?
Lionel's just holding his face, hearing everyone fucking talk about like how they can just get this done when they have the answer right in front of them. Just not too happy that he's the fucking chosen one for it.
River's going to
Helena
place
kneels.
her.
Oh, go ahead.
River's going to place her hand on Lionel's shoulder.
Don't touch me. Just tell me what you have to say.
I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm sorry that this is happening to you. And this
Lionel
even
slaps her
harder.
hand away. You're right. I don't. But this has been thrusted upon me by destiny or whatever the fuck you call it. This is a giant trick is what it is. Nothing but a trick.
You say that, but we can still take a ship.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to do anything to make you uncomfortable.
The last thing we want is to force you to do this. But just you know, at least for me, I don't think we can do this without you.
And that's what I hate. There's no other wizards in this damn city, is there? Ones that are more capable and able to handle living more than fucking an inch of their life!
We're adventurers.
I'm not! I never was!
Why did you go to Lycia Bay?
To make money. To fucking see if I could scrape away with making a living here in this fucking damn den of a city. To see if I could be like my mother and father, to be better than my brothers and sisters, and I've been thrusted into a god scenario. This is miserable!
I know it's hard.
No one's disagreeing with you.
No.
I also didn't want to.
It is quite the trial.
You told me I didn't want any of this. And the one they're trying to kill specifically. I still need to do it.
They're trying to kill all of us. Unless you have forgotten, there are eyes in the sky that look at us like a fucking dollhouse.
I am very aware of that. But it's my fault. I am burning on the insides knowing what I've thrust upon all of you.
That's no one's fault. No one's fault but hers.
I need to keep moving. I would like to just...
Lionel pinches his face and holds his hand up to get her to just get everyone to shut up. Lionel visibly starts shaking. Give me a day to think.
I can do that.
Of course.
When 24 hours is done, I will give you my answer. Not like I have a choice, but at least I have the illusion of choosing.
You do have a choice. You don't have to go. Just remember that.
I'm gonna need a goddamn good incentive. Lionel walks away.
I think we're done here.
I believe so too.
So 300, right?
Each.
As you guys feel the nip on your nose starting to encroach from being in the room for too long. You guys head back up. You guys spend the night within the Metilius household. River, you sleep within the vaults.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I still find that funny.
Makes them pat him gold like Scrooge McDuck.
I was sleeping there. I don't give a shit. I had to make beds for my family and myself, and it's just
This
like
gold will protect me.
If you were to go there, it looks it's like the Max Scrooge vault, but alongside a bunch of what do you call it? Like just makeshift tents and stuff.
No. There's
I hate sleeping here. These solid gold bars are so uncomfortable.
It's like a
No, a 24 karat bar of gold will count as a cot.
Guys, we're thinking too small. River is like a bagworm, but just with gold.
It's the softest metal. Ugh.
It looks like a classical Mexican kitchen there. Just all shit, the pots, breads on the floor.
All made out of like gold, platinum, and encrusted with jewels.
Later, Canis goes into the vault to try to get some money, and is just like, oh, why is it all sticky? Why is there food stains everywhere?
I think we shit canned enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough. As the new morning rises, You guys see the morning mists out within the gardens as you all await for Lionel to bring his answer.
In the meantime, maybe we should use this time to relax as well. Or perhaps think of the situation, yes? He did say 24 hours, so...
I'm worried about him.
We all are.
Same.
Frankly, I'm worried about everybody.
I do not want to feel like I am speaking out of term here, but he does not seem very committed to helping you in this.
Well, he did have a goal before he wanted to get this involved, and quite frankly, I don't blame him.
What was that?
Not sure.
He just wanted to be a great wizard. He wanted to learn.
He wanted to help his
Doesn't-
family.
Well, if he helps you take down a god and learns the secret of the universe with these primordial artifacts, would he not be one of the greatest wizards?
It
Well,
would be, but the problem is
I-
surviving. We haven't been into scenarios where we feel like we're going to make it out.
Perhaps you
not-
just desire something more simple, that's all. And quite frankly, I don't blame him.
No. It is not the first time that we've been defeated quite so harshly, and it's getting to everybody, I'm sure.
Every time one feels like they are ready to fight, it's just another defeat.
It feels
Quite
like we can do
frankly,
nothing. It feels like we have this. It feels like we don't have any strength to do anything.
Quite frankly, I've been ready to give up multiple times.
But we know we can't. Not right now. The world is.
I don't have the luxury for it.
The world really
I-
needs us right now.
We all have homes to protect. We have to keep going.
Yeah, a home to go back to. Yes.
What about you,
Helena,
Sirocco?
I do not have anything I really fighting for. I simply wish to be a successful businessman, trading in magical artifacts and to avenge my mother. But now that I know about your plight, I know I will not get that chance if I do.
Oh, you cut out.
You cut
cut
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, I wish to be a successful businessman trading in magical artifacts and hopefully one day to avenge the death of my mother, but I know I will not get that chance if I do not help you save the world.
Are you sure you want to be dragged along with us? It's
You have
You
seen
are
what
not
happens when
dragging me anywhere. You are not dragging me anywhere, friends. Not even with all of you pulling me. I chose to come along on the strength of my own 2 feet. And my own iron will.
Well, if you have another call to action, don't be afraid to follow it, but we certainly appreciate the help.
I gave you my words that I would. And I am nothing if not a man of my word.
After everything we're in, you're still sure of that?
Of course. If I do not help you after I promised this much, if I do not help you after I have promised this much, then what am I? A big ugly freak
with a beautiful.
with a lot of magic items and 2,000 gold pieces.
I'm sure you look ravishing. You have to give yourself some more credit.
Haha, you have not seen me without the beard.
I haven't seen you at all.
Oh,
But your personality is beautiful, and that's what matters to me.
as much as I appreciate it, he pats me on the shoulder. I appreciate it.
Yeah!
Just wait for it to rain. You can see how hideous you really are.
He turns around and looks at the rest of you and like holds it, shrugs his shoulders like, "What the fuck, this guy?"
Elena just taps her eyes and just mouths blind, and then just shrugs.
Well,
I guess I'll.
it's the very least I could do. No, go ahead.
We'll be waiting for
No,
Lionel.
I said it was just. I guess Lionel will just fucking appear.
I'm
Hey,
sure
bud.
everybody turns towards him at the same time.
Everyone standing half circle around a Lionel.
Lionel doesn't speak. There are bags under his eyes. He didn't fucking sleep.
You coming along, bud?
Lionel?
Lionel kind of just like moves towards everyone, but then like uses his staff to part them out of the way.
Yeah, we move.
Okay.
Lionel makes coffee.
Oh, God.
Minor conjuration.
Brews an entire pot. Pours the cup. Gets a cup. Pours the coffee into the cup. Drinks from the mug. No, wait, not the mug. Drinks from the glass. The fucking container. The pot.
The pot.
Straight up.
The kettle, yeah.
Drinks from the
Ooh,
pot.
hot.
Ugh.
Throws the glass on the ground.
Oh, that's gonna cost.
Oh.
Takes the cup, chugs it, bashes it into the fucking table, looks around to the rest of you. I hate this. And on a personal level, looks over at River. I hate you for everything that's being caused right now.
Didn't argue with that.
Shut up, I'm not finished. Promise me this. If I die again, just let me rot. That's my only request.
Well, I'm going to necessarily let you rot, but we'll give you a proper burial. We won't bring you back, I assume is what you mean.
Unlike you,
Well.
Lionel looks over to Sirocco and just goes, "You're new here. You don't understand the primordial fear I have. My lifespan is short. Experiencing death when I know that I only have 20 years or so to live is biting. And knowing that it just came just as quickly, I cried myself to sleep if I even got any last night. Don't make me relive that again.
You won't have
This
to.
is torture.
I can appreciate your fear. I can empathize with you. Very well.
Let us be off before I change my mind.
All right. Is there anything we need to do before we leave? Rations, provisions, anything like that?
Here's the thing. Are we sure we want to use the teleportation thing? It's the last one.
We have two more, I thought.
We have two.
Oh,
We have the
okay.
round trip.
Okay.
We have a round.
I say we should take the airships.
And
We
miss
do have
any
to use those for a
potions.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and meta this up a little bit. I look up at God. Should we go there now, or should we take an airship?
You guys have a lot of time. thanks to Canis's promotion and due to many of his orders and the act of seeking help for information, you may have stopped a lot of interpersonal cult-like networks. So it's biding your guys' time. However, it is an ever-prevalent entity. It would be good to necessitize the concept of going now and collecting as many of the fragments as you guys will need in the future. But
When there are other...
if you want to spend the next couple of weeks traveling halfway around the world on an airship, you'll be spending the next
All right,
couple of
rocks
weeks.
it is. Rocks it is.
Yeah.
Yep, rocks it is.
Just faster.
All right. Lionel, as you conjure the door, you see the image of...
No, wait, hold on. Should we like take a day, just like take care of her rations or any other business that we need to take care of, or
You guys
are we doing
have
this
to be
now?
doing that.
I was gonna say
okay.
we do have
Yeah.
we had the 24 hours for Lionel to decide too. So yeah.
Okay.
At the most,
Alright.
just give yourself a list of things you probably bought, like, I don't know, healing potion,
I don't have
Or-
many, so it doesn't matter on my
or
end.
fire-resistant potion, I don't know.
For the sake of healing potions, if you guys spent the week and may have come across Arvello's arcane assets, of course, normal potions are sold for 50. I think it's greater is 150. Superior for 300, and then so on and so forth.
You know what? Gar's gonna get a greater potion. How about that?
Okay, so you spend 1/2 of your winnings on a greater potion of healing.
Yeah.
When I have 6 gold pieces, that really I can do much
I
with.
have 4.
I have none.
I have a penguin.
How many potions do y'all want?
I have my own.
I do still have some, so I'm actually okay as far as potions go.
If anything, I would just need to buy another armor, but...
I just would like to be able to know that like we're not walking into this without food or water or provisions. That's all I
Yeah.
care about.
You guys
We all need
restocked
rations.
throughout the week.
All right,
Okay.
then fuck it. Let's go.
All right.
Wait, didn't you want any chain armor by any chance?
No.
I don't
If you
have
don't
the
wanna
money.
I do. And if you don't want to come back next time, best make this life worth it.
Well, I can wear it, and it doesn't fuck with me. So if I could get chainmail before we leave, my AC can get a much-needed +3 boost.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
anything within the family vault, really. Normal set of chainmail, as far as you can
Oh,
find.
by the way, well, here's the thing: is that I also didn't get a lot to do because I was fucking getting physical therapy. But I could use guns now. Maybe I should get one.
Am I giving him a family gun?
That is totally.
Actually,
up to-
Gar wants to do something. Hold on.
That is totally
Hold on.
up to Eleanor.
No. There's something else that can be done.
Oh.
Gar's gonna get down on one knee.
Oh.
Lionel, I know this is quite difficult, and I understand that you're taking great risks, so if it'll make you feel a bit comfortable, then maybe you can hold on to this.
And he's gonna give him the gun.
I mostly use it for the sake of intimidation to prevent conflict, but if we're going further with this, it might as well best to be used for its intended purpose, yes?
Lionel just takes it and fucking stashes it on his side between his fucking the loop of his clothing.
All right.
Right.
Toss him with a gun.
And now you have a +1 gun of gun.
Got
So
that
there you
ammo?
Plus one. Gun. Gun.
And
got
gives
ammo?
you all the
I know.
ammo.
I
Yeah,
was
he's,
about to say
Plenty-
a gun. Cool.
Plenty of
I
silvered,
guess pistol whip.
plenty of
Yeah, just
silvered
ready-
ammo that is considered magical. So, yes.
All right.
that being
Cool.
said,
Go-
can I?
behind guard.
Turn into
everyone
Canis
just like,
now.
oh, thank goodness.
That being said, can I use the one in the vault?
No.
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 I still need to stat that properly. All right. You
Alright, so I guess we're ready then.
I think we're ready.
Believe
Well, we did get the chainmail, yes, or
yeah, you do have
Well,
chainmail
yeah.
now.
okay.
So just a normal set of chainmail.
What am I?
Chainmail.
Right. Sorry, D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's pistol,
Beyond.
Pistol, Exandria.
Equipment, manage equipment, pistol. Sorry, I gotta add this shit.
Yeah,
No worries.
it's all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Yeah, you
So,
can
Use the
go ahead
pistol
and
plus
fluff
one.
that- You could go ahead and fluff that we're leaving and shit.
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna get that stuff put together.
yeah.
One other thing just from Lionel. The diamond necklace that Canis gave him before. The one that he used to res Lionel was the one that he had on himself.
Yeah.
River will just try to say goodbye to her parents before leaving, telling them not to stay here. Hopefully, Lady Eleanor will be okay. I'll have to work here for a couple of months just to pay for this thing, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll
Just
make sure they stay safe.
Thank you.
Never leave the vault, Mom and Dad.
Never
not leave.
Oh, wash your hands.
Is there anything else we can get from the vault by any chance?
You come back, his dad's wearing a fucking jacket that has a pompadour wig. Tunnel snakes rule.
Has solid gold teeth.
You're no longer 20.
Canis.
Stop it.
It has
make a
Go-Go
charisma
Zeppeli
check.
engraved on it.
Oh lord.
Make a charisma check.
Just flat charisma?
Yeah, just like charisma.
Soft 20.
Soft 20.
Hey.
Your suspension of the vault has been rescinded.
Yeah.
You are allowed up to 1,000 gold pieces worth of platinum, as well as at least one piece of magical equipment that is within the vault.
Gun.
No. Stop your
Imagine
Oh my
the
God.
power we would have with 2 guns.
I feel so much better now that my armor class is 15, and if I cast fucking shield, it's actually 20. Oh God, this was so needed.
That picture of Lionel going.
So you said one magic item?
Yeah.
There was one I had in mind. I think the name of it was Amulet Against Proof of Detection. It was an anti-scrying item.
Wait, is that the thing protecting the vault?
That is not the thing protecting the vault. The warding
good.
in the vault is what's protecting the vault. You don't
Okay.
have that. You do have
Damn it.
most magical swords, though.
Give me a great sword.
I mean,
Is there a katana in there?
there is a katana,
You
a
don't
dragon
use
sling.
weapons.
I'm not taking a weeb knife.
But it's the only sword I know.
But he feels motivated.
Is Candice looking for a weapon right now?
There are a number
Sirocco
of
will walk
dragon
up to him.
There are a number of Dragon Slayer swords. It seems like your dad had a personal collection.
Dragon slaying?
Like he had a vendetta or something.
Yeah.
Oh god. Wait, what if the Dragon Slayer is just a gigantic chunk of metal? Too big to be considered a sword.
They're not worthy to be my opponent.
There are 3 different Dragon Slayers. One in a katana shape, one that is in long sword, and then also one that is a great sword.
Dude, that was a fucking weave.
But also,
Now,
Sirocco said he
Canis,
was
we're not
looking up
gonna
to
judge
Canis.
you, but if you take the long sword, we're gonna judge you.
So that was- that
The
was-
sound of Canis cracking open a beer.
I'm not gonna lie. Me as a player, I just love the picture of the tiny humanoid grabbing the freaking great rice too big for it. Mechanically, it would fucking suck. I will have disadvantage, but that would be awesome.
I have a character exactly for that.
God.
Garu, the physical
So,
being
Sirocco's
physically
offering?
near.
Yeah, Sirocco was saying something.
Yeah, Sirocco.
Oh yeah.
Well, Garu, being physically near that katana makes you sick.
Oh.
It's Dragon
He
Slayer.
just throws it
Yeah.
immediately.
All right,
So
so
Sirocco.
That radiates a strange aura.
I noticed you were searching around for a new weapon.
Well, the one I have is rather.
These rather are what? I am waiting. It is rather what?
It's mundane, to say the least.
There is no enchantments on it. It is just a regular mace.
It's a regular mace.
I will tell you what. I will let you have my mace as a sign of good faith and as a promotion present. At a discount.
He'll just kind of rest his chin against his fist.
oh,
I am still allowed to take a weapon out. And then it just points at the Dragon Slayer greatsword and looks at Sirocco with a smile. Trade?
Wait, permanent trade?
Wait, so... Wait. So you are offering me that sword for my mace?
I'm allowed to take a weapon out of here. Doesn't say I have to be the one to use it.
Reaches out a hand.
Letting him take it.
And for your hand, he's reaching a hand out to you.
Yeah, he'll shake his hand.
It is a deal. I hand him the mace of smiting.
all right.
Nice.
Mace of smiting.
It's in the
Somewhere.
compendium, so you can just type it in and put it in there.
Somewhere
I
in
like
the.
to imagine. I like to imagine that when Garu fucking looks at the sword or any of the Dragon Slayer weapons, it's just the fucking Gary's Mod error word.
Garu just turns pink and black.
He picks up the sword and he crashes to desktop.
My textures! What is the...
As soon as you do the trade, I imagine somewhere in the celestial plane is just your dad painting miniatures and goes, "Someone's touching my stuff."
Someone's touching my stuff.
Just reading the
Who's followed by limited
newspaper.
edition
A bottle
greatsword?
of scotch. He just knows.
He's just reading Ertzi Heimel daily, and then he's just like, "The kid's in the vault." What? Kid's in the vault?
Did he just trade one of my special edition greatswords? It was on the package.
Looks in the window and sees Ron Perlman swinging around his greatsword.
No!
It better not be my Yamato replica.
God, I'll rip that boy's hand.
Guys, focus.
I am feeling much more motivated.
Oh god.
All right, so as you guys stand in the garden, being seen off by Eleanor and River's parents, Lionel, you create a door.
Yep.
And you place the bead.
Summon-
As you pull down the handle and you see just beyond the distance what looks like to be evergreen and almost like an oasis as you just peer beyond what looks like to be a vast outland. As you guys pass within the threshold and the door closes, the smell is both dry and wet. The dirt is in the air. As you just see just beyond it seems like a sandstorm had just passed through here, and everything is lightly dusted. As you all stand with what looks like to be a small house out in barely nowhere, you hear a couple of footsteps.
Yep.
And a with what looks like to be a bolt sticking out from the side of a tree. Oi! As you all
Hello?
Look towards where it is.
towards
Good morning. Evening.
you guys see with what looks like to be a greenish tiefling man with what looks like to be a full beard and yellow eyes and what looks like to be short black hair and this almost burly but vastly cut up boorish creature. Who the lot are all of you?
What did you say?
Well, I'm glad
He
you
asked us
asked.
who we
We
were.
are the Dynamic Entry Incorporated.
I don't care about your group name.
Oh, well, fine. I am Helena.
River.
Lionel staring at the boar. How familiar is it?
Very familiar.
Is your boar capable of sending messages to other people's dreams? Lionel doesn't introduce himself.
No, but I think I know someone who would.
Then that's why we're here.
Mistra! You hear the light footfalls. It begins to peer out with what looks like to be a young girl. Not pale white, but definitely different. Her eyes are almost like a galaxy to all of you. Her hair, a bright, almost energy-like green. She's wearing a simple white dress, untainted. That's him.
Lionel folds his arms and looks at the girl. Oh, we're finally speaking on sentence terms this time, not just one word.
I see you in my dreams a lot.
Likewise, you and the boar.
Oh, these two are my protectors.
Well, it's nice to know that you're actually answering my questions this time around. I'd like an explanation.
She probably doesn't know what she's doing. As the tiefling man speaks up. You're bound to magic,
Listen.
yes?
I'm sorry?
You're bound to magic, yes?
Lionel snaps his fingers at Helena, like grabbing for the book.
Helena hands it to him.
I holds the book up and shows.
I can see why now. It's not just you as you, but also your experiences in magic. She's been looking for you. At least something like you. She is the goddess of magic, Mistra. At least
Lionel
not
looks
yet.
at this.
Well, she's
Lionel
getting
looks
there.
at this girl. I really wish we could have met when I was in brighter spirits. You'll have to forgive my shortness.
Well, I'll make some tea then. He walks in and she follows closely behind. You see
Lionel
the-
like looks at the girl, like stands right in front of her. like just with a heavy-handed sigh, just like holds his hand out to her for a shake. Well, now that we're actually here and we can speak more than just one words at a time, I am Lionel Middle.
And I'm Mistra. She grabs your hand and shakes it almost violently. It's like almost excited, like, yeah.
She just like fucking like throws him into the floor face first. Catatonic face.
Oh.
It's okay, he's
You're
fine.
funny.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
he does that.
I like
It's a
it.
condition.
River's going to smack Canis' knee. Like, tum, tum.
Is she for real? Go inside.
It's a very simple
Shrubs.
living here. You see, just beyond what looks like to be the back area, a full garden. And just... You see this man as he begins to kind of pluck away some leaves and put it within a pot and prepare. You guys see the big boar as he finally...
What is he doing?
Not really much, but as you stare at him, he kind of gives off this strange aura. And you see, right where he's sitting, little twigs begin to sprout.
Does this remind me of Urzer's boar?
Yeah,
Very
truffle.
much.
Yeah, truffle.
Oh, what the
Actually, make a perception check.
Oh, here I go! Not my best
Oh.
stat! Wee!
Is this just truffle?
13, 14, 15, 16.
16? You look at this boar, definitely older and male, obviously. And then you look at the man, same hue, same almost hairstyle, same horn structure, older. Then you look at the boar again, and the man, there's something oddly familiar, almost as if this is once your older friend.
Does the name Urzer mean anything to you?
No. I mean, lots of names don't mean much to me, though. Same accent.
I don't know. Lionel just like squints his eyes and looks at him. I want to roll insight.
Go ahead.
18.
He doesn't seem to be lying. He's not even sure what Urzer means to him.
Okay, fair enough. Look, I'm speaking to a girl who's kinda not also, but probably a god who's from my dreams. The fucking, like, you know, the suspension of disbelief is pretty fucking far here.
No, wait. Before we say anything, is this place safe to talk?
I mean, as far as
I
any
keep
place
seeing
can
this-
be.
I keep seeing this place in my dreams, River. I imagine it is.
Okay.
Wait, Lionel just, like, sits up and just looks over at the girl and then back to the tiefling. Wait a minute. What does fire mean to you? In one of the dreams, this entire fucking location was just cleansed in fire.
I think that might be a matter for soon. And he places out cups and tea.
Lionel just, like, looks down at the table, holding his head, just like, oh my god, I can see the future.
Oh, good.
So,
Helena is going to take her cup of tea and she's going to place herself on the nearest window and she's just going to watch outside.
Oh, good.
Well, this has just been enthralling.
You have no idea.
Yes, can we please just begin with explanations, please? Why were you
Alright.
looking for me?
like I said, she probably doesn't know what she's doing. But I've also kind of gathered that any person that ends up here probably for a particular reason. This is Mistra. Reborn. As far as my mission here, I was to find her and take her to a safe location until she could, well, regain her power. And every now and again, she will reach to an individual who is very synced with the weave, if you will. And I'm pretty sure you, being a magic user, know what the weave is.
I know that. I look over at her. What circle are you capable of?
I feel like all of them.
Lionel just like squids. Of course you do. just being like just an ego slap, just like fucking with a hammer, just like I do all of them. Fuck you.
I'm not a magic user myself, though. I was just here on a mission.
Alright, well, I'll put it briefly then. There are 9 circles, 9 being the most powerful. I am only capable of peeking into the 5th circle. And if she is who you say she is, she could easily just cast from the 9th circle and below, and then even beyond.
Oh no, I can go up to 12. I can see it.
But Lionel just like looks at her, he wants to say out loud bullshit.
Ah! Oh
Banjo
no.
was just on the floor chasing his tail. I don't know if anybody saw that on camera.
Yes.
I don't think so.
He was unlocking the 12th circle.
I'm just like looking at her, just like I'm sorry that doesn't exist. Last time then again, if you are who you say you are, you would have no problem. As for me, if I tried going beyond 9, I would probably explode.
It sounds like you do not believe her.
I am very jaded right now, Sirocco. Death does that to someone.
Okay, well, before anything else,
Sure
I'm
does.
pretty sure she has something she might ask of you. And
Very well. You've been attempting to reach to me in my dreams, so now that we can actually have a conversation, why did you request of me?
So, even though I can do all these cool things,
Catatonic face.
I'm not physically ready for it. At least that's what Devash says.
I've been telling her not to do anything too crazy. She's still probably being baked. That's the way she's described it.
She's walking?
I feel like I'm still
Well-
being made.
You're claiming that if you are this goddess reborn, your physical form can't handle the weave just yet.
I give it
That makes
10 years.
Well, I guess that makes sense. When I tried reviving you, Lionel looks over at River. It was a little bit too much for me to handle. There was a very, very strong chance you could have came back wrong, or I could have just been pulled into the weave and pulled apart.
That's when I saw you in my dreams. I remember. You were trying to put somebody back together, and I said yes. Because I liked you.
So you're telling me you allowed it?
Yes.
So you could just say yes or no to anyone's course of magic, but why is it that you're perceiving me, my flow of magic, than anyone else?
I think it's because My old life said I made you.
Squint.
Well, not you, but you. She kind of raises her arms.
You're claiming your original form has crafted creation.
No. What you are.
My race?
Yeah. Like, awakened.
Is that what you call us? We've just been calling ourselves Apsu for as long as my race existed.
I have no idea what she's talking about. She says weird things all the time.
Well,
Does any of this sound familiar?
As far as you guys remember, in the readings of the time of the Fae Velmok, like, the Goddess of Magic disappeared around the same time Vecna disappeared. Around the same time Lumeria disappeared. However, in that exact same time, the birth of several different races came to be. Between the tieflings and those with animalistic traits. You know, the Apsu can definitely fall somewhere within the line of animals that have awakened to human properties and then evolved into the Apsu. So, nearly, 5,000 plus years of evolution led to the Apsu.
I can't believe Mesa writes homebrew. Yes.
She probably didn't foresee it.
well, I guess we all are aware of this, yeah? Like, this all patches together correctly?
I guess.
You say it, I can understand it. I do not understand it.
The disappearance of Mistra was an event that shook the world, and it changed a lot of things, if that kind of makes sense.
Okay. Well, if you're claiming that you somehow just gave birth to my race as a whole, Lionel kind of, like, balls his fist and looks at her. No, it's silly for me to get aggravated with you. You could have given me more time on this earth.
She looks up. That might be possible.
Lionel just, like, his eyes widen for a hot second and looks at her. Yes, I know it's possible, but I would have to be a lich in order to do so.
No, you don't.
And she walks over and she grabs your hand.
I want you to see the lines. I want you to see the writing in the air.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, she is baked.
She holds on to your hands and you kind of stare into those universe eyes as you begin to stare deeply, and suddenly as you look just beyond, it's almost as if you can hear sounds that aren't there. You can see words that you've never seen before and understood. And there, just beyond, you can see it. The circle, the line. The truth to extended life without being undead. And as you lean back, it all snaps back right into the world, and you no longer are entranced by the eyes of this strangely young child.
Lionel fucking like pats himself down, looking at himself. Nothing's changed? Am I the same?
Yeah, you're the exact same.
You just showed me how to naturally defy being a lich. Why would you do that?
She looks at you.
I don't know. I kind of like you.
Lionel just like looks down at the floor holding his head. We came here on a mission, but this is happening all... Fuck me, this is happening all too fast.
On the note
I saw
of
the
a
weave
mission-
in your eyes. I saw the weave.
I can see it. Perhaps one day you might have the gift to see it too. Without me.
She kind of smiles.
Lionel immediately like fucking hits the table and starts writing down the book. Anything he's just fucking learned. Right in his spell book.
As once again, as you, your personal spell book or
Personal. No, not
Okay.
not the other one. His personal one.
All right. You begin to write down, and you're beginning to notice that the circle itself is 9th level.
Fuck.
It is a very particular. It's a very particular skill with no name, but it's probably a limited secret and can probably only be casted once. But it does detail in some language, a language that you don't fully understand, how to change one aspect of life. Either it is to shorten it or to extend it. The materials, however, are vast, and one material almost seems almost impossible to note. It is the legendary metal of orichalcum. That is the
Lionel just
only
looks-
common word that you know.
Lionel looks at the fucking notes that he written down, most of it gibberish, seeing that one word. Lionel just shuts his book, looks at everyone else. I don't know what to think or say of this. This is outstanding. This is something I can't grasp now, but with what little time I have left, I might have a chance.
And we'll make sure that you get there. And that's a promise.
On the note of life.
Oh, no. But before he starts talking,
Alright.
she gets a big hug.
Oh. She
Lionel
hugs
just
you back.
fucking, like, races on up to her and hugs her.
She hugs you back as hard as she possibly could. And she kind of leans back and she puts her hands on your shoulder.
You'll be my champion, right?
I guess so.
And she hugs you again, even far more tighter. Lionel,
Yes.
you are held close by this reborn goddess. You feel the book warmth in its cool texture.
Oh, Lionel's just going to, like, you could go ahead and explain what's happening. Lionel's ignoring it. For at least for now, anyway.
I'll note it later.
Yeah. Oh no, you could go ahead and exclaim what's happening, but Lionel's just like, this is the hug, man.
Yeah.
This is the stance.
And she...
There is audible sobbing coming from Lionel.
Aw.
Oh.
Now go out there and be a champion.
With all due respect, ma'am, don't patronize me like that.
I'll try not to.
What?
I promise.
And she hugs you again.
Lionel's just like holding his face, just like looking back to everyone else. I suppose we should explain why we're here to begin with in the first place. We seek, or at least in some way, seek an audience with a dragon. For some reason, it's going to be in this mesa, a metallic dragon.
Oh.
Preferably one that can
Well,
breathe fire.
that is actually a problem recently.
What do you mean a problem?
Well, you see, as you may have described in one of your dreams, the home being on fire, it was actually at one point, probably when you were seeing it. That is because there is actually a dragon at Tiamat's Scar.
Wonderful.
Color?
Can you take a guess?
Red.
Just wanted to be sure.
I mean, a small guy, not exactly all that big, but still big.
Well, Sirocco, I guess you have a new way, a new thing to test that sword on.
Ooh.
And perhaps if you cut it right enough, you could get a new hat.
Yes, I will explore the applications of red dragon scales. It'll probably bring me quite the boon on the market.
Well, let me try and give you guys at least a decent timeline of, what's been going on around here.
Yes, please.
Alright, so about a month ago, started seeing some weird sightings overhead. Shot at it a couple of times, kind of what I do around here. And then I tried to hunt it down at one point in the night, but didn't want to leave Mistra behind, so I had to come back. Then one came by, big red dragon, about adultish size, best to my comprehension, as well as Mistra's help. Place was on fire, put out the fires. She just grew everything back. Magic. Not my thing. And now we've kind of just been keeping it at bay. Kind of moving the house around every now and again. And
Needless to
that
say,
was about a month ago.
So it's a rather irate red dragon.
You're very overconfident, yeah.
Did he want anything?
I think he's specifically after her, but with me and Marigold over there, we've managed to kind of keep him away, and I've had a couple of good shots in the head for it.
How often does it... I assume it still comes by, yes? Or tries to?
It does try to come by. I know where its hideout is, and it's probably sleeping off with whatever it managed to have within its hoard. It's been there for about a month, so I can guess it's a pretty small collection.
Attacking a dragon in its lair, would that be a good idea?
Well, we're not going to be able to ask it nicely for the use of its fire breath for what we need. So the only other option we have here is to kill it and take the fundamentium.
Indeed.
I'm not gonna lie. Lionel, you mentioned that you grew up with your fantasy with your stories, right?
Aye.
Dragons in their lairs keep a bunch of treasure, correct?
I'd sure hope so, yes.
Oh.
Well, you've already seen my father's treasure hoard.
And I think it's about time we replenish that.
I am all in. I always wanted to do
Goodness.
something like this.
Goodness, I've needed money. I only have 4.
I suppose you can't. I suppose work only gives you so much.
You guys get paid?
No.
Yes.
No, not really.
Now, apparently.
Well, I do, recently.
Every now and then, after almost dying.
Though
And
have
I
to
have
ask,
blood
sir,
money.
I do have to ask, sir. You said this was a job. Who hired you to find her?
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I guess it is a who. Well, and he digs under his shirt and he holds up a pendant. It
Hold up a what? Sorry, I missed that.
He digs under his shirt and he pulls out a pendant.
Ah.
It is a wreath with what looks like to be 2 crossing staffs. One looks like one for herding sheep, and the other one looks like a branch. This is
Is that a
often known
religious
as.
symbol?
This is a religious symbol of Melora. Pretty much, she's the reason why I'm here, and also, she's been, hopefully, anyone that might be willing to come by and take care of this. Apparently, her reward is everlasting. At least that's what she says in the wind.
A possible fleeting chance at defying my minuscule lifespan? Of course it's a great reward.
Well, then I hope you would understand that I'm going to stay here and protect her.
Please do. We'll take care of the dragon. Hopefully.
Lionel remembers the warmth that was coming from his side and pats down where it was coming from.
As you pat down and you take out the book, you notice that the 1 star that was there are now 5.
Oh.
I open up the book, see what's new. If there is anything new.
A whole bunch of brand new stuff. I wasn't prepared to give the awakened card, but it seems like after your meeting with the goddess of magic, it has awakened the magic within the book. So just to note, you have a +2 to your magic. The charges are now, I believe, not 3 but 5. Let's see.
Hot damn.
And there are more rules as per the spell, usage, but I will inform you of that.
Yeah, that's a
as
later
well.
date scenario.
Yeah.
I don't suspect we're gonna get into combat right this second.
Oh no.
Unless I'm wrong.
I mean, we're gonna definitely need a Sirocco next week if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hooray!
I'm sorry.
Hooray, Connor, you've been surprise drafted into the
I
campaign.
have been hacked into another week of role playing.
I'm so sorry.
One more week. One more week.
One more week.
One more
One
week.
more week.
All
You
right.
are stuck with me.
Yeah, we need that.
Franz
we need a
extracting
dragon
your
sword.
oils from your beard as we speak.
Oh no, he's
I'm
milking
so,
him.
I'm so sorry,
drop
Connor.
counts.
I thought this was gonna go a little bit faster, but
Hey, no
Somehow,
worries. I told
some
you. I told you when we started that I'm here for as long as you need me.
absolutely. All right.
Also, you got
Oh,
this sick-looking greatsword.
Oh yeah.
What was the
Beard
name
is
of
actually
it?
possum grease.
No!
How do you milk a possum for grease?
Franz just
You just do it really
You had just
hard.
unlocked the secret to, and you had just unlocked the secret to long life too. Sorry.
He literally like turns his head like an albino, like I need you, friend.
I need your grease.
Fucking Lionel would just start throwing all the magically living fucking furniture at this man. No! Fuck away! Get out!
What's the name of
Yes,
the tiefling?
yes, River.
What's the name of the tiefling? Name of the tiefling.
The Tiefling Man? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's his name?
Oh, it was Tavash. 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 He is otherwise known as Tavash the Hunter.
You know what? While you guys are talking to Tavash and we'll get information on that, Lionel out of nowhere just like starts. He looks over at Mistra, right? Or am I
Yeah.
getting that wrong?
Mistra.
Mistra. He takes her by the hand and moves her over to a table, and he starts fucking casting magic on the pair, one of the fucking 10 pairs of gloves he has, the mittens.
Ooh.
And he hands her a pair. She now has artifice mittens.
Oh, she wears them, and she doesn't seem to want to take them off. They're really cool.
Lionel kind of just teaches her how it can do one of the following things. Let's see. Magical tinkering. Non-magical object. It can emit odors or a non-verbal sound, a static visual effect, make a message up to 25 words, or it can record a message for 6 seconds. What would she choose?
She's gonna record a message for 6 seconds.
All right. Well, Lionel asks her to whisper it into her hands.
You don't hear it. And then as she opens the gloves,
Lionel's really cute. Lionel's really cute. Lionel's really cute. Lionel's
Catatonic
really
face
cute.
walks out. Where's that dragon?
This reminds me of those toys that had the freaking recorder voice box.
Oh, yeah.
Buy my
I want to be my sister.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
You just put two gloves right next to each other and just start recording each other.
Yeah.
You record.
An endless feedback loop.
It eventually turns into garbled nonsense.
So
I love yak backs.
Was curious about where Tabash comes from, if I may know.
it was a name given, mainly from the Emerald Enclave.
Same as ours.
I have no idea who this Urzer is to you, but he seems like a nice fellow.
He really is.
Is that right,
You
Marigold?
should meet him someday.
And the next crap guide to D&D, there's a sneeze somewhere that just interrupts everything.
All right, so, and he lays out with what looks like to be the simple math or map of the Mesa. As far as you see, there are 4 places that are currently marked, mapped, and pretty much given any, texture. There's the Scar of Tiamat, and there is the airship town, which roughly translate from an Elvish term known as the Borderland. And then there are 2 unnamed towns. They're kind of just scrap towns.
So where is the? How far are we from the layer?
Well, that is about a day and a half's worth of travel right there.
Any recommendations? Since you have fought this creature.
Use the ranged weapon.
Ah, great.
Lionel pulls out his gun.
This will be fine.
Yeah, you're gone.
I'll give it back to you, for fuck's sake. You.
Someone's gonna need
Actually,
to throw me.
and here, and you see as he grabs with what looks like to be a sizable bottle. I only got one of these, but whoever wants it can have it. It's a potion of superior healing. Just one.
How much is superior healing for?
To the record. If I remember correctly, it's always in the...
Superior healing potion is 8d4 plus 8.
Yep.
Only to be outplayed by the supreme healing potion of 10d4 plus 20.
Jeez.
Yeah.
As long as we get that turn to try to use them, you know.
Every now and again, she manages to... I don't know how she makes it, she just does. But, yeah. If you want one, you can have one. Technically, I sell them out in the borderland.
Would you happen to know anything else about this dragon? Any... Does he prostrate itself? Does he announce his name?
He's a pretty boastful one. He likes to, you know, torture us every now and again. He often screams how he's going to, you know, enslave us. You know, I think he takes prisoners.
That's really
So
good.
that's
rather rude.
He probably has hostages then.
If not food.
He is known as Fakalur.
There's no way. There's no way that's his name.
Fuck.
You want to repeat that?
Is that what you named it?
Fakelar. Fucklar. Yes.
Fuck Lord.
Yes.
Okay.
This
The mighty
fucker
dragon
was
fuck
super
Lord.
cool when I wrote him in my head and speaking him out loud.
Yarrow.
I would kill him.
First time.
I
Yarrow,
would
is
kill
this
him
the
and
first
adopt
time
his
playing out
title.
loud?
Yeah.
You did this on purpose, and thank you.
I did it on
I should
purpose
end
without
him.
realizing what it was. I didn't say it out loud in time, so I just...
It's gonna be
No,
so
no.
easy to torment this dragon.
Yep.
On God, fuck boy.
Fuck boy.
I shall end him and take his title. I shall be known as Sirocco the Fuck Lord. All in my name.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Oh, fuck Lord, yeah!
Oh, he doesn't know what's going to
I'm
happen
glad
next week.
this game's all smiles.
This man is. I can't wait to fucking obliterate this man.
Not only physically, but emotionally.
We'll hit him with a little bit of like emotional damage, and then we'll start. I'm just gonna start throwing level 5 spells at him.
So,
An insult to the ego is a perfect combo opener.
It's still a red dragon, so we need to not be super cocky about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's still a red dragon.
It's still a red dragon.
regardless of his name, oh no, it's still a red dragon.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's still a red dragon.
The great fuck lord. All right,
Fuck Lord.
Fucking fuck lord.
Eat this fuck boy. Catapult
eat
to
this
5th
fuck
level.
lord.
Anyway, who
Fakelar.
wanted to
Nah,
take
it's
the
fuck
potion,
boy.
by the way.
Who wants what?
Nah, it's fuck boy now.
The potion. I have two with me if just to deliver them as quickly as possible.
Let me double check what I have. I think I have.
I also have a potion as well. I actually have 2.
Actually, I think, like personally, if Helena, you can keep them because you can move around invisibly.
Yeah, you know what? You hold on to it because I actually have a potion of greater healing and this fucking filter of love still.
Like that depends. Do we want to be able to ensure someone gets it? That will need to be given to someone who's mobile. So either Garu or you.
I can certainly take them. That said, I have 2 normal potions, so does anyone want them just in case?
Well, I do have my regular one. It certainly wouldn't hurt to have an extra.
Kindness?
I feel like someone else should be carrying them because I can heal myself or others. It's more, if I go down, I'd prefer if one of you have them.
How about Mr. Sirocco?
I have a feeling I am more useful when I am hacking away at our enemies rather than pouring potions down people's throats. Just saying.
What about Franz?
I was thinking Franz, but he turns into an animal most of the time, so the equipment will go with him.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of just into a bear and then back into a human.
Alright. Potion then. If anybody goes down, I can at least get to people quickly.
Oh wait, I think I gave Franz it should be a new 5th level spell where it's like mass cure wounds or something.
You have what?
Ooh.
It is a druid
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, mass cure wounds. He has that at 5th level.
Hey.
That's cute.
Oh man.
Alright.
Well, the
It was
potions were mainly emergency, so
Yeah,
It was
mass cure.
How strong was the potion?
superior.
It's 8.
Superior 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
8. 8. All right. So take the potion.
Okay. Get it.
You have a mark on the map. Day and a half's worth of travel. By the time you get there, it will be by nighttime.
I think we're better off attacking in the morning, so we can make a camp nearby.
Making a
Well,
tower
not nearby,
would be
but-
foolish. Well, no, making a tower would be foolish because he'll immediately go.
Yeah, but what I mean is not next to it. What I mean is like we travel for. You say it's a day and a half or half a day?
Day and a half.
Day and a half.
Yeah, well, we can travel. We can travel a day. We make the tower, and then the rest of the next morning we just go at it.
I'd advise against the tower.
Ditto.
You know what?
I
Fair.
also think we can camp. We can do old-fashioned hoofing it for the night.
Yeah. Do we have bedrolls?
I mean,
I do.
I don't think we ever got rid of them.
We never got
No.
rid of that shit.
Still got mine. It's fine. Why do I have ball bearings?
Why do I have these?
When did I get a bag of marbles?
well, I mean, look, if you don't want them, I'll take them. I love them.
No, I'll keep them.
Yeah, Helena loves balls.
Love those balls.
I love them.
Pause.
Let's see
All right.
who is that.
So,
Cool.
as you guys
good
begin to
soda.
prepare.
We need to save the balls for Lord Farquaad.
So, you guys prepare
Oh my god, I just realized.
as
What, you just realized Farquaad is fuckwad? English don't mean
may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
How did they get away with that?
Focus, guys.
Sorry.
Let's go. Let's go.
so,
Yeah, we're gonna.
you guys prepare as you all begin to head out into the Great Mesa, and first night, of course, as you guys begin to camp out, you do begin to see the ever spiring, just the way that the shape is, it looks like a scar on the land just from afar as you begin to see Tiamat's scar.
So this is where Tiamat fell.
Evidently.
Wait. I'm thinking not about Tiamat entirely. I know we are in you're in your auntie's tomb, but so Lionel, you awakened the book, right?
Lionel is looking at the book. If by awaken you mean there's way more words, a lot more pictures in here, then yes.
Suppose so. So does that mean we need to make sure that the magical items touch a god? Is that the plan?
Possibly. If that's the case, we may need to figure out which one is aligned to my father. Most likely to wake up, I suppose.
Would that not mean that by you simply holding it means that because your bloodline it would be awake?
Best case scenario, yes.
But what about the wraps? Which ones are tied to those?
Pelor, the sun god.
Wait, how you know?
I looked at them.
I thought they were
I
a corn
can't.
thing.
That checks out.
I mean, they were in a corn temple.
Maybe the gods know that. Here's the thing: is that just because other gods are taking hold of artifacts that belong to other ones doesn't mean that this is not, a deal or some sort of way of protecting them.
Indeed.
Or they might have forgotten that it was there.
Or they were moved.
That too.
In any case, I need to go get my father's stuff back.
Didn't you say at one point that your dad needed help with something as well?
I didn't mention that to you.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
That's fine. Couldn't remember.
I want to roll a perception check to see if there's any place we can hide out that's not in the open.
There are several rock formations, stalagmite, but they're just as they're just giant flat hills with flat tops on it, much like how the Mesa is made. These kind of pop up every now and again. Definitely okay to hide behind. They're relatively wide.
Okay. Well, what time of day is it right now after we've been traveling?
After about a day of traveling, it is now nighttime.
All right, cool. Let's find some place to camp for the night and make sure that if we do set a fire, it's not visible from a bird's eye view.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys rest for the night.
You're gonna keep first watch.
Yeah. I'll keep watch for after I take my 4-hour thing.
All right. Nothing beyond the strange and unusual. As you look up to the sky, there isn't a single wing beat that reaches your ears. It seems like it's an easy night.
You don't see anything, do you, Mr. Skeleton?
Oh, good.
No, sir.
Ah, thank God.
No, sir. Necromancy! So,
River is going to kick Helena.
What?
Hey, well, it's your turn to watch, and I wanted to apologize. I should have said something when Lionel was yelling at you.
Helena raises her eyebrow. Look, it's stressful. I don't hold any hard feelings about any of it.
No, but he was really mad at you when he was kind of pushed you into this.
I don't think he was angry at me. He was angry at the situation.
Do you really think we're going to make it?
Well, I can assure you I have no idea. I like to think so, though. After all, we've all come back. We haven't actually lost anyone. I know it's been difficult more often than not, but, well, Helena spreads her arms out, motioning to everybody. We're still here, aren't we?
After all that.
After all that.
Look, I didn't get the chance to properly thank you for helping my parents. I know it was kind of foolish to do it. I know they're not really my parents, and I kind of made us risk a lot after all that happened. I just wanted to say thank you. I want to thank everyone else, but I don't want to bring the situation. I don't want to bring that moment back into conversation.
Helena places a hand on her shoulder. Family is important. You're lucky that you have a very good one, even if it's not by blood. Very sad if you lost them. Helena pokes her nose. Be thankful that you have them.
Make sure this is all over. Even if it takes my own life. To give it a chance. Do me a favor. Just keep everyone safe.
Oh, Lord knows I do try.
And they all disappear on me.
And then everybody teleports away and leaves me in the dust.
Right before half of them died.
Right, yeah.
So, as the day begins, the light begins, and you see the fresh, almost sulfuric ash just beyond your guys' gaze. It is far early in the morning. You all get your full rest. You all traverse closer towards the Red Dragon's lair.
Oh, before we do actually move, Lionel's going to use talking to one of his mittens and transpose a message, and then he's gonna slap River in the face with him to wake up. And the message goes off. Sorry for my illogical burst.
No.
Sorry for my illogical burst. Sorry for my illogical burst.
Yeah,
Sorry
pretty
for
much.
my
He's just gonna go around slapping people
Sorry
in the
for my
face with that.
illogical
He's just like, all right, look, I apologized, and we can move on, make things go faster.
I'm sorry too. Let's move on. You want to be sentimental?
Alright.
Let's be sentimental with the dragon.
Time to fight a
Painfully
dragon.
sentimental.
Time to fight fuckboy.
I'm sorry, the fuckboy
Fuck
dragon.
Lord.
Lordy.
This Farquaad will be a menacing foe.
I really can't take him seriously this way.
We ride
No,
together.
Listen,
we die
we
together.
we are 100% allowed to take him seriously, just not call him by name.
What's wrong with the name Fuckle?
I can't take him seriously. How on earth am I supposed to do that?
I miss being able to say his name.
I assure
What
you.
should we call him then?
The moment that dragon starts breathing fire on our heads, you're going to take him seriously.
No, I
Oh, I'm
suppose.
probably going to die if that's the case.
No,
Hey,
you're not
together.
allowed.
As you
Well,
guys
don't say that.
traverse, you guys begin to feel the heat from the scar beginning to emanate. Lionel, on the back of your head, you feel magic in a crazed state here. Not like in Lycia Bay, but potent. You can breathe it. It's because of your connection to the weave.
Do I, see it like it's a fog?
It's like a haze, ever glowing but changing, like chromatic.
Is everyone else just walking through it like it's nothing?
Yeah.
Lionel kind of, takes his staff and, pulls it in front of whoever's in front of him and just, stop them. Wait, you don't see that?
See what?
See what?
See what?
Lionel, puts the, sticks his staff out in front of him and swirls it in the haze. All that mixing around the staff. It's the weave in physical form. It's like a fog.
Think your friend is suffering from heat exhaustion.
Well, he did get magic mumbo jumbo done to him. That might be that. We don't see anything, Lionel.
Is it affecting your vision? Can you see past it?
Can I, Yarrow?
You can see past it. It's just that you notice it. It's like it's a faint haze of colors that kind of bash into each other, and it doesn't mix well with vision. And if you focus well enough, it doesn't affect your vision, but it's prevalent in its nature. The stomping grounds of this battle, what was 100 years ago, are still ever present. At the time in
It's
which
not impeding it.
Yeah. At the time in which Tiamat fought with Bahamut here, along with the other 6, in order to reseal her, there were cultists, dragons, and various creatures that came to Tiamat's aid, held off by armies of people. This is such a focus wellspring of a point where magic begins to just pour out into the rest of the world.
No, it's not impeding us in any means. It's just a grim reminder of what occurred here, I guess.
Is it affecting your magic in any way?
Lionel balls his unballs a fist and pulls out a firebolt just to sit in his hand.
It's almost as if it's easier here. It's not
That
just like
took
breathing air. It's air. Wait.
That took so little effort.
Well, so long as it's not doing any damage to you, then splendid.
That makes me worried about things that are attached to the weave around here. They'll have the same effect as...
Well, that is a good point.
Oh god, how is a dragon affected by this?
I don't know. I don't believe a dragon would know a spell, all things considered. But if it does know magic, we're facing a more deadly foe than we imagined.
You can only imagine one dragon of a very particular kind, either any of the ancient dragons or a green dragon, which you haven't seen, or has anybody ever seen.
Well, no time like the present. Let us press on. Just know that magic is far more potent here.
Cracking the knuckles.
As you guys approach with what looks like to be almost like a cove in a way, and it rises up, you see just beyond almost like billowing smoke. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All of us?
Boy.
All of us?
Sure.
As in all of us?
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
I got
You have blind Sirocco. Stop it.
24.
That's 2. It doesn't matter.
7.
7.
22 overall.
All right.
4.
24.
21.
That's
a 2.
At an 18. At an 18 and above, because of its elevation, you guys see the faint emanating heat waves and reddish scales as it sleeps on this mountainside, the smoke billowing from its nostrils. You hear it growl as it echoes through the caverns here.
How big is
haven't-
this thing?
You haven't awakened it. It's about the size of an adult.
We could see him sitting on top, yes?
Yeah, he seems to be
Looks like
curled
he's-
up around one area in specific.
Lionel, like, looks to there's like a network of tunnels that leads to him, yes? Or...
Actually, I can show you.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Oh, what?
Oh ho.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah, I see.
Oh, we are closer than I anticipated.
No, I those guys are just. You guys are there just to be there. Like you're not there. I'm just.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, okay, okay.
So
Well, it's still asleep.
yeah.
Yes. Well,
If we can approach, we can get it by surprise. Do any of you have any idea for a impactful first like surprise?
Lionel smiles and taps his ice staff.
well, that, and if
Sirocco
all of
points to
us-
the Dragon Slayer greatsword.
I could always fly up and drop Sirocco on its head.
Quick question: what's the weather like here?
Clear skies.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect for lightning bolts.
Yep, perfect for calling lightning.
if
Garo just raises up his fists. We got
If we
these.
perhaps if we can try to coordinate all at the same time, perhaps we could get a really good hit right off the bat.
Only
So-
to be able to get close though.
To give you guys an idea,
Hmm.
the elevation here is about 40 feet up.
Oh my god.
He's over here. Here is about 30. This is about 20. This is 10, and then this is ground zero.
May
it's
I make
about-
a suggestion?
Hmm.
Yes.
If I cast at 4th level, I could get all of us. If I use 2 slots of 4th level, or I believe, wait, no, 1 slot of 4th and 2 slots of 3rd, I could give all of us flight
Do you need concentration for that?
to get up there at least.
No. Question is, can you just do all of those, or is that concentration?
As long as I have concentration, it's the same effect.
Actually,
That-
here, let me.
Just boulders.
What?
Repeat that. You lagged
You're
out.
cutting out a lot.
Yeah.
Are there any like loose boulders hanging around?
Here and here is pretty much all you can see. It seems like everything's been pushed up and made way for what is the his procession. So that way, if he wanted to just leave and go down as far as he needs to start flying out, he can. So the area is pretty cleared.
How heavy do those boulders look?
They're pretty stuck inside the wall.
Okay.
Question.
Never mind in that case.
Can France summon giant eagles or giant owls?
Actually, I can conjure an elemental.
That would
I'm
make
not-
too much noise, I think.
Hmm.
It also takes a bit of time to do.
Yeah, it takes 1 full minute.
I could ice wall us up there.
Is it for how tall is that?
Oh wait, could I? If somebody is able to get us up there with some kind of spell to fly us up there, could I use Pass Without a Trace on everyone else to make like less noise?
I mean, that depends on what level Pass Without a Trace is and how many times you can do it.
It's
I
just so
can-
long as they're within reach of him.
Yeah.
30 feet of radius, if I
30
recall.
feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that concentration?
No, it should not. Well, let me check. It is concentration up to 1 hour.
Ah.
And the only purpose for us doing this is just to get up there without being detected.
Yeah.
I kind of want
just
to
to
make
get
sure
one
you
good
have.
drop on him.
The thing is, I kind of want to make sure you have all your spells up, though.
I mean, it's a 2nd level spell that can't go any higher. So I mean, if
Oh,
I
I'm
burn
talking
that-
about Lionel.
Oh,
Well, like I said, 1 4th level and 1 3rd level is a small price to pay, all things considered. For
And
all of
we'll be
us just
able
to get
fly.
up there, for all of us to get up there without being detected.
And we will be able to fly for like an hour or 10 minutes.
Flight is concentration up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes of flight until I'm done
Concentrating.
excuse me, concentrating, and you can move at 60 feet while flying.
Question is that possible? Can you actually do that of using multiple spell slots to conjure death?
I mean, as far as spells go, if it works.
Wait, so
Wait.
what are you trying to do?
Are you trying to cast a concentration
If you're
spell?
casting, you're trying to cast fly on multiple people.
Yeah.
You can do that by using higher level spell slots.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
that.
it's
Well, if it says that, then yeah, you can absolutely do that. When you cast a spell slot using a slot of 4th level or higher, you can target one additional creature.
Yeah.
For each slot, yeah.
So I don't have as many people as I thought I did.
Whoops.
Well, either we attack here and now, or we try to find some way up there without his detection.
Well, wait, how many people could you use at whatever level you want to use the flight at? What is the max that you can pick?
3.
3? Franz can shape himself into a creature that can fly, but he'll do that after he passes out a trace. That means you have other people to choose from instead of Franz.
That and Garu can like either hold Lionel or River like on his back or something.
Mm.
Could probably
That or
carry
Sirocco
both.
too. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's the.
If nothing else, I have my own way to get up there.
Yeah,
Oh, alright.
and I can probably climb if I really needed to too, because I am. If Franz doing past that trace, probably.
Oh, I just realized I also have a climb speed.
Here's the idea. Here's the idea.
So what are you guys doing? How you setting yourselves
Give me
up?
1 second.
All right.
Lionel. Okay, Franz can turn into a creature that can fly. You can carry at least two small creatures and a medium creature, if I believe so.
Mm.
So there's the smalls.
Because you can turn into a flying creature. You carry Helena. Lionel casts flight on Garu, and he can carry both Lionel and River. And Canis can fly. And Sirocco, how would you get there?
I can cast levitate.
Ooh.
Sick. So really, all that means out of me is just 1 4th level.
Mm-hmm. If you're okay with
Because
flying,
you're-
Canis.
It does not last that long. If I do that, it means we're starting the fight right when we get there. Out of game terms, it only lasts 1 minute.
So that's 10 turns.
We're literally only flying just to get up there.
All right then.
Okay.
If we're flying just to get up,
You could have.
If I can shape myself into a giant eagle, so I can probably hold. I could probably hold maybe one or two small individuals, possibly.
I can carry
what is
people while I am going up there.
No, if you.
He's
okay.
rolling. I think we should hurry.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yep.
Franz, turn into an eagle. Take Helena with you.
All right.
Do
Garu,
pass trace, and we'll all fly up there on our means.
yeah.
All right.
Lionel?
All right. So, who's carrying the two small ones?
The flying Garu.
Flying Gar?
Yeah.
Alright. Where do you guys want to be?
Helena's gonna. I'm assuming Helena's gonna be with me now that I'm a giant eagle.
Yeah.
and pass
So
out
I'm with. Yeah.
yeah,
Let's go to
so-
the left.
Yeah, let's go for the left.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh no, Gar.
Ah!
Oh no.
I fell and I can't get up.
Don't worry, he remains unbroken.
Oh, and I put Garu in front of Lionel.
And now Canis is nothing but a head.
All right, giant eagle, and Helena. Where are you guys going?
We should probably go towards the right. Well, we should probably try to keep as spread out as humanly possible.
Yeah, let's go to the opposite side from the other party.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
I imagine
Hold on.
Canis and Sirocco levitating and flying in front of the creature. Just.
We have
Dragon
passive
Slayer to the
trace.
face.
Also,
As you guys-
I'm pulling up my hood as well.
All right. As you are being flown up, you disappear, putting you right here. That way I know. As you pull up your hood and Franz, as you go, and you land, you guys hear the dragon.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm not waiting
We had-
anymore, guys. I'm casting.
Wait,
I'm
hold on,
casting
hold on.
Code of Cold.
Is he actually waking up? Hold on. Is he actually waking up?
You see him turn over. You see the eyes slightly blink, but then they go back to closed.
Thank fuck.
As
Oh,
you
fuck
see him
me,
roll
alright.
over, you see the small little alcove that's behind him. To everyone that's already up there, you see piles of gold and several
that's-
little interesting little weapons, doodads, cool little things behind him, and he leans right back into it.
We can worry about that after he's dead.
Yeah,
I've seen better. Ice the bitch.
nobody touched his stuff. Just don't touch it.
All right, everyone else, get back up here. I am getting ready to cast Cone of Cold.
All right,
Yep.
Sirocco and
Um,
Canis,
All right.
how are you two doing this?
Canis has his flight granted by the Asmar trait,
All right,
so he has to use that daily effect.
so where's he
Radiant
at?
Soul.
Yep.
Where's he at?
He'll be... Screw it, he'll be 50 feet above his current spot right now.
Imagine this asshole wakes up, fucking fuckwad, and the first thing you see is the son of freaking Bahamut flying in front of him.
Oh, sorry, I actually said that wrong. I wasn't gonna cast Cone of Cold. I was gonna cast Ice Storm right on top of him.
That's going to be a one hell of a
So-
freaking alarm clock.
As you just cast Radiant Soul, as you just go whoosh straight 50 feet into the air. Sirocco, how you going?
I'm going to cast Levitate on myself and push off the ground.
Alright. How far does that get you?
I
I might just put you.
think it only gets me 20 feet per turn.
Right there.
Target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or creature, which allows it to move as if it were climbing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna put you
So I
right
think
here
that is
on
my-
this rock
All right.
because you two are making noise.
Franz didn't cast Pass Without Trace. Just say it.
Yep.
Yep, I've already. It's been active.
So as
Should we roll stealth then?
Yeah.
you two physically actively being out in the open and pushing and making noise.
I guess we didn't get to roll stealth.
Oh, wait.
As he looks out and he sees Canis.
No, you don't. Well, okay, I guess we don't get stuff. Okay.
No, you don't. Ice Storm.
That's where we're gonna go ahead and end it
Fifth level.
tonight. We're gonna go ahead and end that tonight there.
Good morning!
Lunch.
Surprise, my boy!
Alright, I'm gonna have to take
Yes,
a picture of
boy.
this. Oh,
Morning, fucklord!
Room service, fuckwad.
Buenos dias, fuck lord.
Buenos dias, fucklord!
I'm just here for your stuff.
Give me
So-
your items.
Oh, this is gonna go great, you guys.
Okay. Woo!
Can't wait to be one shot by a breath weapon again.
We did it.
Shh, don't let it.
Don't give me my DS.
I am so excited for next week, guys. Oh, the classical Dungeons and Dragons experience.
There's a no dungeon, but there's a dragon.
I mean, the dungeon's behind him.
With all his money.
With
All of
money
his
to steal.
shit.
I've
The
been
Lord
wanting-
Farquaad, the Farquaad fortune.
Finally, being an adventurer is going to pay off. If
Oh
we
boy.
survive.
If we survive.
Based off of general perception, that pile of gold right there probably sitting around the 8,000s.
Oh,
Lord.
Yeah.
almost enough for a pancake.
It's enough for pancake. All right. So that being said, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Do come back next week for what is going to happen here. I'm so excited. As always, if you guys want to be able to catch up on any of the previous episodes, hey, there's a link down below to the YouTube channel. This episode will hopefully be up on Saturday. I'm really sorry about today. Either which way, thank you guys so much and love you all so much. Stay healthy, socially distance, and wash your hands. Love each other. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Screamy Bingus, how do you take
And good night.